What is up, everybody? LUI. Damn, bro, it looks like very HD in a sense. Not saluted. Anyway, what is up? So today, October 23rd, what is going on? A lot of things going on in the fitness scene in a sense. Latest news about the upcoming movie. A lot of people are confused in it. They think that the central role or the central character is Arnold Schwarzenegger or the life of Arnold, which is not true. Actually, it revolves around Joe Weider. So a lot of you, probably teenagers, already forgot about Joe Weider, but Joe Weider actually is the creator of Mr. Olympia. As a matter of fact, he's the godfather of modern bodybuilding in a sense. And as a matter of fact, he's the guy who brought Arnold back in the day from Austria to the US, right? So for him to be the legend that we know nowadays. And just for the record, Joe and Ben Weider both were born in my city here in Montreal. So they were two young entrepreneurs who started a small business of constructing some apparatus to train, like like dumbbells and benches and things like that. And then of course they expanded their business to the US, and it became what it is right now. That the very IFBB was made by these two guys. So it will revolve around the life of Joe, the eldest of the two. And Callum van Moger, the Australian koala, will play Arnold. Now, admittedly, he looks like him, so nothing surprising right there. Hopefully, we'll get the accent right. So not only is Australian, he needs to adapt to that German kind of accent that the oak has. And the biggest question that I do have the answer for, which I'm not allowed to release as of yet, is about the role of Frank Zane, right? A lot of people were expecting actually Sadiq Hadzovic. We know that Sadiq Hadzovic resembles, in a sense, actually, Frank Zane in a lot of cues, physically, and even his face, actually. Is reminiscent of the old Frank Zane. Furthermore, these two guys met, namely Frank and Sadiq. They met and they have some pictures together and so on and so forth. However, it will not be played by Sadiq. So Sadiq will not be the guy that plays Frank in the upcoming movie. The movie will be actually filmed, as far as I know, largely in Alabama, right? So Hillbilly Land. Right there, and that's about it. No idea who will play Colombo, right? Franco Colombo, I have no idea. But that is that. So the guy that plays him, I know him. He has some sort of a vintage look. That person is very known in fitness, right? He is a top Olympian. Now, of course, he's not a bodybuilder. He has to be either in classic physique or actually in physique. It is a testament that, today's bodybuilders are just too old to play bodybuilders of the golden era. Hence, Callum van Moger, as you guys know, right now he's competing in what? In classic physique. That's that. Aside from that, Kai Greene or Kai Elusive Greene. Kai Greene, as you guys know, he comes to my social media. Sorry about that. Damn, probably it's Kai. Who knows? Anyway, Kai comes to my social media, specifically to my live videos almost every day. Whenever I do them, I pay my dues. He comes and, interact with you guys and send you a comment or two. And he's all over the place. Hell, like yesterday he was in Brazil. Last week he was in India. And it's always on the move. Now I think he came back to New York. So for me to get a hold of Kai, it is an exercise of its own. And it needs to be said. It really needs to be said. Like today I published a video of him posing last year in Koala Land, the Arnold of Australia, of course. It was a new angle, filmed by, again, the overachieving Matthias Busset, the German photographer, the best photographer of fitness, actually. And the angle was so good. You need to check it out. It's on my Instagram. Wow. I mean, all of you guys were mesmerized by... Dude is possessed. I mean, Arash Rahbar sent me a message like an hour ago. Told me, bro, I need to contact Kai so he can teach me how to pose like this. My answer to him did exactly what I told him, because it was kind of, a reflex. I told him he is possessed, pretty much. Yeah, he's possessed. So I think that Kai, I mean, to do that kind of posing, you need to comprehend that it's like the best posing existing nowadays. It's a totally different level. I mean, even if I practice for like 2 years, will I be able to do that? I don't know. It's a special state of mind, and you need to comprehend that Kai Greene is all in. He's all business. I have no idea how he can even maintain the rhythm he is undergoing nowadays. Always on the move, as I mentioned, always in damn shape. He always pays his dues. Wherever he goes, you'll see him do the cardio. And we're talking about freaking grueling cardio. Dude is very heavy, like north of 280. And you see him on those Stairmasters doing like 40 minutes of cardio. He sticks to his diet to the T. He went to India a few months ago. Actually, he was there like a week ago, but a few months ago he went there, and he was going from one city to another, as I mentioned to you before. And in each city, there was like the mayor, the mayor of the city greeting Kai Greene, and out of courtesy, they were offering cakes. And one of them was insisting, you need to eat, you need to go, it's our custom or tradition. So he took a bite and then he walked away. He stayed with it for like minutes, and then he basically removed it from his mouth. That's how he is diligent, and he sticks to his diet to a T. And probably I'm gonna meet him hopefully in Dubai. So we will meet finally. On record, he did invite me to do interviews like 3 times in the US. I was not able to go back then, but hopefully this time around I'm gonna meet him and give some footage to you guys. Finally, there was not a controversy, but a lot of talk about Boston Lloyd yet again. And for the record, Boston Lloyd has been unblocked on Facebook, so you can go ahead and follow him again. As you guys know, he has been blocked probably for the 6th time on Facebook. Why? Because it's too triggering. He says it as it is. He did the same thing for his so-called procreation protocol or pregnancy protocol. In the case of Boston, we call it protocol, not protocol, right? Anyway, I spoke to Boston about 2 days ago. So he's about actually to do a video answer to all of this, because a lot of people answered him, namely Dave Palumbo, and also a doctor named Thomas. Let me see what the name of the doctor, so I'll tell you the proper name. A doctor has actually a YouTube channel. So the name of the doctor is Dr. Thomas O'Connor, right? He has a channel, and he answered Boston Lloyd. So more or less, both Dave Palumbo, which is kind of funny, and this doctor said that the protocol, or the so-called protocol of Boston Oil, is definitely an overkill. Obviously, have no clue about these doses. I'm the most natty guy, as you know, but it did remind me of my in French it was called embryologie, so embryology course, which I undertook in 1996 back in Algeria, a long time ago, right? It was in my 2nd year of, it used to be called there biomedical, which I left obviously since then. But HCG, HMG, FSH, which is follicular-stimulating hormone, LH, which I think is luteinizing hormone. Usually these things are for females, but to basically restart or jumpstart the testes, baby please, for our enhanced bros, they basically resort to take these other substances, especially HCG, which is hormone gonadochorionique, at least in French. Yeah, so even Dave Palumbo was somehow, was he shocked? But he was definitely surprised and definitely against the doses that Boston seemed to take. As far as I gathered, the issue with Boston is that he refrained from coming off juice. He stays always on vitamin S, right? And obviously Dave does not agree with that, nor the doctor, which in my opinion, it makes more sense. I mean, if you want to make kids, the thing is, testo, as you guys know, is repressive. It will basically shut down your system. So it's counterproductive to stay on it and at the same time trying to jumpstart back the testes, baby please, what were the name of those cells? I think Leydig cell. No, Leydig cells are for testosterone. I don't know. There's other things that basically forgot the name of them. It's a long time ago. But that's that. But Boston is gonna answer quite soon. All for all, I think that Boston, it has to do with his OCD. You need to comprehend. Boston is OCD. He has an obsession of overdoing things. Like even when he spoke about basically taking those substances, he goes to the last freaking drop. And in his last prep, he was taking whatever was left in his fridge. He doesn't even know the origin of the substance or the name of it. It was just taken because he has that basically obsession you need to comprehend. However, what is right is right. He's a genuine person. And by the same token, being so obsessive, he is obsessively honest. He says it as it is. There is no restriction whatsoever. That's it. Salute you wherever you are. Don't forget to like the video and comment below. Tell me what you think about those kind of funny stuff.